cause you see me up. Hate when they see me smile, love to see me pout. Always putting out their hands on.
An air of confidence to the Suns as they arrived earlier today. Playing in front of their home fans always puts a bounce in your step. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You take a look at the Suns. They're in the upper part of the conference records right now, in 5th place. And checking out New Orleans, a half game back.
And I think for New Orleans, their place in the standings would be a disappointment for just about any team, but especially one with such high expectations.
And that's what's been so hard for this team and its fans, those expectations. The hopes were so high for them coming into this year, and then it went all south. What a disappointment.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Jones is out there with Ingram. Then there's Williamson. Then there's Murray. And it's McCollum in a 2-guard. And for Phoenix, they've got Bradley Beal. Durant is out there with Nurkic. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Jones in at the point. Early in the season, there are always some surprises, Greg. It goes to show you how impossible the NBA season is to actually predict.
And you never know what's going to happen, Kevin, until the games start. Some teams look good and flop out of the gates. Other teams take giant leaps forward.
His assist numbers have grown. C.J. McCollum, pass on time.
Kicks it out to Booker. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Pelicans. Ingram dishes to Murray. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. With New Orleans, GA, you have to feel like the talent is there.
It is, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They've won 50 games in a season only once in their history. You can't have playoff success until you prove you can survive the rigors of the regular season.
Now here's Jones. Screen by Nurkic. Jones, the pass to Nurkic. Misses from close range. New Orleans with the ball. And going against Phoenix, their first meeting of the season.
And they're facing the team that dismissed them from the postseason last year. So certainly a little payback in mind.
DeJounte Murray, he is so clean with the dribble.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Jones against Murray. Now Jones. Shot clock at 6. The Suns need to get a shot off. KD's shot is good.
One of the purest shooters we've ever seen. Durant doesn't need time to get set up.
Murray, the pass to Williamson. Jones against KD. The pass to Ingram. And the rebound by Nurkic.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Jones against Durant. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
With the height, the length, and the skill set Durant has, just too much to deal with there.
Jones sets the pick for Murray. No good that time. Phoenix has gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. Outside for Beal. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Over to the wing. Murray down low. Working on Jones. Back to Murray. In the corner, it's Ingram. Over Beal. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
What I like about Ingram at this point in his career, very decisive in his actions.
Murray against Jones. Outside Durant. Takes a 3. The shot comes out, and that concludes the first quarter of play. Suns lead by 5. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Suns.
They came out firing from deep. It's always good for a team's confidence when you can start a game that hot.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Nurkic is out there with Durant. Then there's Devin Booker. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Jones in at the point guard position. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. A nice shot by KD.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Well, Greg, the Suns going all in with the new big 3, Beal, Booker, and Durant. That's a lot of firepower.
And they didn't hesitate to bring Beal into the mix. The shooting that they all provide is second to none. On paper, they are as talented as anyone.
And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Alvarado.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give.
2 minutes.
Jones kicks to Nurkic. Booker outside. Three-pointer buries the long-range jumper. Booker's got the lead up to 7 now for Phoenix.
Yeah, lead with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now, here's Tice. Scoreless thus far. You know, Steve, the last couple years, league-wide, scoring is way up for teams, but also for individual players. What's your read on that?
Well, I think from the scoring situation, defense is totally different than when we played. It's more free-flowing. Also, the three-point shot, they're taking way more three-point shots, long rebounds, and they have fast break, more fast break and transition points. But it all comes down to shooting 3. More threes mean more points.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Zion Williamson's checked in for Trey Murphy. McCollum comes in for Okoro. And Murray subbed in for Jose Alvarado.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Ingram finds McCollum. Williamson with it. No good on that one. Durant with some nice D. It's Beal on the wing. He's covered by Ingram. Over Tice. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Jones. KD's got 7 now in this quarter.
A high-level scorer. Once KD gets cooking, it's tough to slow him down.
Here's Ingram. It's hauled in by the Suns.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Booker, no good. And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. It's a 10-point game. Here's Murray. Gets a very good look and converts.
A lot of teams bait Murray into taking this shot, and he obliges by knocking it down.
Outside Durant. Pass to Booker. He dishes it to Nurkic. Screen by Nurkic. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. That one rolling around and rims out. Here's McCollum. And McCollum with the slam.
What ups from CJ on the drive, carrying him right up to the rim.
Got it off in time. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And we finished one half of basketball. Phoenix ahead. They lead by 6. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Here with Frank Vogel.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
They can't seem to force those guys over into a bad shot. No more soft defense. Play it like you mean it, man.
If only they had... And now let's take a moment to look into the future. Here's the upcoming schedule. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this